Welcome, Taurus, to your February spiritual reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, Taurus, let's see what's going on in your energy, the way your spiritual and healing process is going on your journey. Okay. Tell us, Spirit, what is going on with Taurus's spiritual journey. First card coming out is Deer of Delta. Beautiful is that. Nice, beautiful Earth card with the Oracle of Chaldea. Okay. And getting straight over here to the Deer of the Delta. This card is actually talking to you about never being dominated or bullied at a spiritual level, because you know the real you, and it's always empowered and protected, in the light. It's showing this transformational awareness that you are coming into at this time, Taurus. Okay, and it's like your brain waves are at a different frequency as well when you're in this state. Okay, it's going from, it says 0 hertz to 4 hertz within seconds. So I would assume that when you are meditating, you feel those frequencies. I know I do, right? So the majority of you are feeling those frequencies. You know when you are being emotionally confused, you know when things don't seem right. And this is where the transformational, awareness is coming from. The understanding of what's healthy and what's not healthy. And we're talking about emotionally and the way of thinking, right? So when somebody is coming into your boundaries, we'll say you can feel the frequencies around them because you're in this transformational awareness. It's just heightened, right? It's very heightened. Kind of like the deer. The deer knows when something's around, right? And they take off in an instant. They can feel that. That's, that's one of their biggest aspects, is knowing what's around them. Kind of like bunnies, though, too. I would say that bunnies and deers really have that heightened awareness of what's going on. So not only are you very conscious, but you also have a very good unconscious and subconscious level as well. So you're reaching all of the conscious areas. And really taking on this understanding and the vitality and clarity around you. Wow, how beautiful is that? And as Tauruses, we already have a heightened sense of awareness anyways, right? We're kind of observers of life, right? We type that kind of like to watch and see what's going on. That's why we're so slow, right? Slow moving. And, people don't get that about Taurus. Why are you so slow, Taurus? Because I'm watching you. That's why. Almost like the predator bird of life over here, right? Every time you turn around, that hawk is watching, that owl is aware of you. And that's really the way we are actually made, to watch and observe before taking a step. So being the deer, is really it's really no big deal, right? In a lot of ways. But that's really where it's feeling like you have this spiritual sanctuary and devotion and protection also going around you. So yeah, you're also watching your young. So, those who have children know that, Mama Bull is watching, right? Don't think we're not. And now that you're on this spiritual journey and you're really taking on this growth, oh yeah, your senses are heightened by tons. I can sense your negativity a mile away. Okay. So clarifying on the Deer of Delta over here. Yeah, the muse, which is, yeah, beautiful. Yeah, there it is again, talking about those emotions and those heightened awareness again. But this card is also talking about the heightened resourcefulness and attentiveness for you. Any creative project or anything old or new can be received exceptional through this new energy that you're bringing on. So yeah, where you already knew that you know, were aware of things around you, now you feel like kind of like an open book over here, Taurus. You're kind of like, like I said, I smell you a mile away. Don't come near me. And this is because you're perceiving things so much different than normal, you know. And it's, for a lot of you, your psychic awarenesses might also be opened, right? Really getting into your psychic senses as well. Intuition is kicking no matter what. So it's like you thought I was just looking around one way. Boy, now that my intuition is open, watch out. So the muse is just really there letting you know, yes, it's exceptionally open. It's just pretty much clarifying on the same exact things, letting you understand, hey, you know, Taurus, you can go for all kinds of things now. Yeah, look at the transformation that you are in right at this time. And those of you who are new and are just taking this journey, this is where you're going to, this is how it's going to unravel, right? This is the way it's going to be if this, you know, if this resonates with you, because it could resonate definitely on two different levels. Those of you who are taking it or have already gone through this transformation and continuing through it might almost be done with this certain cycle of transformation, and you're feeling this transformation. Those who this resonates with, it's going to be like, this is where I'm going. Wow. Because you already feel the heightened sense, right? You already feel like you're awake and like things are happening, and you know that you're ready for this awesome transformation. So it's going to be a little bit different for everyone. To get to this overall muse card over here, my friends, those of you who are just starting, you're just going to have to continue to keep letting certain things go so that you can allow all this energy to keep coming forward. Okay, that's the only real difference between you and those who are already on the spiritual journey. Okay, so, and those of you, it was because you already let so much go, so you're now saying, hey, you know, I'm surely awake. And then getting over here to the Oracle of Chaldea. I'm just destroying these names today, but that's okay. It's like, work with me, Taurus, work with me. Okay, so here we go. This one is talking about continuing on your healing journey, right? Like I said, you're just still continuing on it. And then for those of you, a lot of you are just kind of starting, but without forcing things to happen more quickly than it feels natural. So if you feel like you're pushing too hard and too strong, Taurus, just calm down just a little bit and pull back just a little, right? So that way you feel more comfortable. Okay, so that way you let it naturally unfold. Okay, and those of you who are starting, yes, you're going to, don't push too hard. Let it naturally get there, and then you'll naturally become the muse, right? Because you're already becoming the deer, right? Because you decided, I'm going to take on this journey. I'm going to start this transformation, this growth, this healing process, right? And so pretty much for you, you're kind of really getting into this protective area right now, right? Okay, so it says sometimes the body will be ready to let go whilst the mind is still holding on. So at other times, the mind may need to be patient as the body processes an experience. Trust in your own timing and rhythm. There's no need to be impatient or judge yourself. You are summoning the spiritual fortitude to tackle an issue which has previously held you back. When the time is right, your healing shall happen more easily than if you try to push forward prematurely. Okay, there are going to be things that are going to work out on their own. So be positive. So it's like there's going to be these pieces and parts. This deity over here is saying that you're working towards this piece, and as you're letting this piece go, it's actually going to unravel this piece over here that you're not even really working on, because they're intertwined. You know, it's like kind of having a sweater that's unraveling. All of a sudden you notice, like with some sweaters, you have this piece that's unraveling over here, and the more it keeps unraveling, it kind of pushed on another piece. Now you have this other piece coming. Whoa, wait a minute, where did this piece come from? Oh no, now you have two strings. That string is actually unraveling because this one is being pulled out as you're healing. So they're actually connected, okay? And that's a good thing. It's a good thing, because that means that that piece is just going to unravel naturally. And that's what she's talking about. Okay, so there are times when being present in the body and feeling our truth is challenging. Okay, so we may be unsure how to hold space for our own emotions and psychological states. So just be careful of that piece, right? And that's where the mind is going to take over the heart, right? So just remember, you are human, you are complex. Okay, and it's going to need to be an authentic healing journey. Requires us to have patience within ourselves. But I love the whole idea of that really unraveling by itself, because it could be a piece that is stuck underneath somewhere, maybe in the subconscious, that maybe it's the piece that gives us nightmares at night. And then all of a sudden you realize, by unraveling this, the nightmares go away. And it's like, whoa, how'd the nightmares go away? You know what I mean? It could be just the slightest intricate thing that you've never even seen happening, and just little things working through your emotions. How beautiful is that? So pretty much she's just allowing us to know that everything's going to happen with patience. Okay, just keep working and going strong. And I think a lot of you who are already over here, you know how patience really is a virtue. And that's how you got to be such the ultimate deer, right? You're like, and I'm still working patiently. Okay, clarifying the oracle. The Four of Roses, talking about that emotions again with the roses. The roses would be the same as the Cups card, my friends. So talking about that emotions again with the views of ego. Wow, okay, so talking about the views of ego. Ooh. And the views of ego is showing the thoughtlessness, the selfishness of a person in your life. Whoa. So maybe we have to be careful, right? Maybe we have to be careful because it feels like maybe you guys are surrounded by this person, right? Or maybe you're being too selfish to yourself by pushing yourself too hard. That's kind of selfish, right? To your soul, to yourself, by trying to make something happen so fast that it's not time. Okay, so, but it also says it could be a selfish person in your life, whether a love, friendship, family, or business person. Maybe they don't want you doing this. Maybe they think you're being silly. Maybe they think you're affecting him or her's life, because it says right here, this person is self-absorbed and makes plans only in terms of how they affects them. So, oh, Taurus, you're over here having this spiritual journey, and you know, you don't want to date right now. You're so selfish. Or you're only thinking about yourself right now while you're healing. What? If that's the way it is for this one, it's like, get over yourself, right? But I could only see if it was this person, and if this resonates with you, you know this person would be like, well, excuse me, I'm healing right. Man, if the shoe was on the other foot, boy, oh boy, right? But another way it is too, if you don't have this person, it's just showing yourself, don't move too fast, because it's selfish to yourself, right? Because you're not giving the right love to yourself for the patience and the understanding. And I would assume that that means that no matter what coming up, because really, it's really talking, you know, about pushing too hard, you know. And yeah, because you want to be healed, and you want to grow, and you want to be all better, you know. And but if you don't do it right and you move too fast, you're pushing ego into yourself, right? That's not good. So patience is a virtue. Don't be selfish to yourself. Yeah, because this is not giving you the time and the things that you need. It's actually taking away with the Six of Coins upside down. It's more like taking away things that need to be worked out. So let's say if you push too much and you're kind of egomatic on your trip over here, and like, oh yeah, I'm so gonna have this done by tomorrow, right? And you're like, keep pushing and pushing for yourself to be healed. Pulling out swords too fast, or however it is. How is that one string? Remember, we're going to go back to that one string. How's that other one string going to unravel? What if it literally starts unraveling now this way and it doesn't allow that one string to come out? Huh. Well, now you're going to have to deal with that one string later. Because what it's saying is it's like a string effect. So you could be missing things, right? Things could be missing. Things that can haunt you later. Things that will come back to say, here I am, remember me? It's like, oh my God, I thought I got rid of you. Then you're going what? Back to the basics. It was like right when I thought the tower was gone, I have to go all the way back through it again. What? No, I don't want to have to do it all over again. No, why? Because you missed pieces. Oh no. Yeah, because this is showing that forcing. You forced it to happen. You forced it. So now there was a denial of saying, hey, you know what, I could have taken my time. And now you're going to have to go rebuild the tower all over again, make a crash. Well, you're going to rebuild and then you're going to crash it down again to get rid of the other piece again. So you're going to start another journey to do the same thing that could have already taken care of itself naturally. So keep the love within yourself. Do not be too hasty. Don't force things to happen. Just be cool, calm, and let them go at the natural pace. Okay. Uh-oh. And the card that I'm picking now is what your soul wants you to know. So the divine's already talked, and we'll let the divine talk again and see what the spirits have to say at the very end. But right now we want to know what your soul wants you to know about this and how you are doing and what's important. Your soul says there has to be a real good belief system. And it says the best is yet to come. Keep believing in yourself and believe that, you know, fast and furious is not always the way. This isn't a car race, right? Now, if we were racing cars around the track, yes, fast and furious is the way we want to go. I want a Corvette, you want Jaguar, however it is, but that's not the way this is, right? Believe that the process has its own natural process. And keep believing in yourself that you can do this. Don't give up. Okay? So your soul wants you to know that believing in yourself and believing in the process is the best thing for you. We'll read what the card itself has to say exactly. One of the best secrets of the universe is the power of belief. If you are able to imagine and truly believe that something can happen, miracles will unfold. Expectations can come in both a positive and negative ways. And your fixed thoughts and opinions about yourself have created your world and your experiences. If you've had an unpleasant history, this often creates negative beliefs about yourself and the world around you. Know that the past doesn't need to equal the future. Your new positive conceptions can create a fresh and exhilarating future. How beautiful is that? So just keep believing, my friends. And we'll get the last one from the divine and see what the last message is for this journey. I like the overall message over here. Thank you, Spirit, for these answers. This is from the Dorian Virtue, and this is God will lead the way. They were convinced by the power of miraculous signs and wonders and by the powers of God's Spirit. So what is it again? It's this almost the same. Believing in the miracles, believing in yourself. It's pretty much like kind of giving it into God's hands is what it sounds like. The creator, the universe, the divine, your ancestors, whoever it is that you believe in, my friends, the universe. I usually just say usually the universe or the divine. So it kind of, you know, doesn't leave anyone out. Everybody has somebody. Okay. So let's see what we have here. When we trust in the divine, our lives flow more easily and the way is apparent. Fueled by the light of the source, we can rely on and then follow the universe's guidance. If you have a strong repetitive thought or feeling to make a positive change, do some prayer to reveal more details to you, and he will. Close your eyes and meditate on being more receptive to his guidance, which you discern as strong repetitive thoughts and visions. Okay? Everything we need is provided, and all our needs are always met with divinely perfect timing when we follow God's guidance. And I don't think it could be said any more powerful and more beautiful than that. And that was it for you, my friends. You guys are on a wonderful journey. Those who are starting, good luck. And I will be praying for you all of you, every day. God bless and goodbye.